3 videos in one day, guys. It's the third video, man. Make sure I hit the like button. That's not going to be as long as the other ones. It's going to be quick. I just want to talk about how white women are more patient, man. White women have the most patience as far as relationships when it comes to dating black men. Because I'm not going to lie, man, black women ain't going to put up with our crap. They're not going to put up with the type of stuff that white women put up with. Like, us as black men, man, sometimes it takes us a long time to mature, fully mature. When I say, let me just say this, what I call fully maturing is just when you stop listening to all secular music. Like when you stop listening to any music, any rap music, R&B music, secular music that involves anything away from God, that's when you fully grow up. I no longer can hear that crap. I came across Christian rap. I came across, check out MTM Messiah. M as in man, T as in Tom, M as in man, Messiah. Great Christian rapper. Also, there's another one named Kaijin Boone, and they rapping for God, man. I can't listen to that bull crap anymore. That's when you fully grow up as a man. But anyways, black women not gonna put up with a lot of crap that white women will put up with, man. They're not gonna wait for us to grow up. And waiting for a black man to grow up is a uphill battle a lot of times for the white woman, or for a woman in general. You know, from us don't want to stop our cheating, our lying, being into video games, and mishandling money. You know, blowing money on clothes and sneakers, and cleanliness, not being as clean as we need to. That's as far as not being neat and organized with our clothes and our things and our items, and our bad eating habits, and our anger, our bipolarness, our mommy issues. What else? Our blaming the white man. The white man is a problem for everything. And while you personally can't get ahead, I'm not speaking for everybody, black men as a whole, because a lot of black men, rest in peace, have died at the hands of racist white men and are incarcerated through the lies of white men. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about personally, because you got to just live your life, man. You got to pray, do what you can, but you got to live your life. You can't be using that as a crutch, and it affects your relationship. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of dudes. Perfect example. Boys in the Hood, when Cuba Gooding Jr. came back swinging, because he was mad about what happened with his homies, and I get it, but you on your knees crying, and you angry, you know what I'm saying, to the fact that that's how you let your anger out. You know, you can't be a man and just chuck it up with God. Like, the first place he should never went was to her anyway. But you get what I'm saying? Like, one issue where society paints a problem in your relationship. All this stuff, man. Being in the gangs and street violence, gang violence, stuff like that. Beefing with other hoods, you know, carrying guns and whatnot. Being incarcerated and in and out of prison. Getting other females pregnant, you know. Thank you if you're still here. But I'm just naming a lot of stuff that black men put women through, and a lot of white women can put up with it more than the black female would. Like, my previous relationship, man, I literally had to leave her because I felt bad everything I was doing to her. And I was like, you've been taking so much. Like, my karma is going to be bad if I don't leave you. And thank God she moved on, got married, has a cute little daughter. I'm happy for her. You know, she deserves that. But I didn't grow up. I didn't grow up yet. It took me a while to grow up. I was still immature. I'm immature now. And, you know what I'm saying, thankfully, God blessed me with a female who loves and cares about me and is a great woman, and, you know, with a great heart, and is there. So, yeah, man, white women just have more patience. You know, they will put up with a lot more than the average female would. And black female, you know, even Spanish, Puerto Rican females, like a lot of Puerto Rican females, man, they say they're down. And I'm not saying they're not, and they won't support a black man, but they will more than likely end up cheating on you, man. Not saying any other race wouldn't, but they're more likely to end up cheating on you or leaving you, you know, when it comes to holding a black man down through, you know, like I said, all the things that I stated that black men go through and bring home into their relationships. So also when it comes to like money and finances, man, white women definitely are more able to hold the black man down. They're more willing. You know, they come from money, you know, they're usually have money flowing. And this is from my personal experience, you know. I'm not talking about white women that are hillbillies in the South that don't have nothing, but most of the white women up here up north, you know, on the East Coast where I live, they have money. They're not broke. Their families have money. They taught them the value of a dollar, and they know how to get it. and they know how to save their money, and they're good with money. So, that's not an issue that a lot of black men have to deal with when it comes to dealing with white women. Also, just as far as like on a respect level, you know, white women tend to be more like quiet and more soft spoken. And if it is an argument, it's going to be behind closed doors. It's not going to be in front of family. It's not going to be in front of your friends or in the public. They tend to not embarrass you and stuff like that and talk down to you. So it's a lot easier to deal with as far as that. And that means a lot, when it comes to relationship nowadays with women. Respect is key. It's number one. If your woman doesn't respect you in public, you can imagine what she's doing when she's not around you, when she's with her friends or her homegirls. So black women, is just in their bloods, man, from generation to generation, to just be tough, to just be strong, to just be on the defensive side, and to not want to cater to a man and take care of a man. A lot of black women have the mentality that they are queens and that a man should pay for their hair and nails and whatever accessories and take care of them. They should not be taking care of a man. They look down on that. They see as the man as low. They're not willing to take care of a man until he comes up and gets on his feet, and maybe he gets a great paying job, and he's willing to give back to her what she did for him. They're not willing to wait around for that. And if they do try to wait around, they're going to be seeing somebody else, like, weighing their options on the side in the meantime. Because I know what people are going to say. People are going to say, no, that's not true. Plenty of black women. I have cousins, I have sisters that held their baby fathers down when they were locked up. And I know, I get it, but they were not faithful. Don't sit here and lie, man. All those women were not faithful. I know for a fact. I know me personally. I know my homies. I know dudes that was smashing chicks' baby moms while they was locked up, and they was cool with these dudes. You know what I'm saying? They was getting money with these dudes when they was out free. Like, so that's a straight up lie. Don't even give me that bull crap. So yeah, man. Black women just they're just very hard to deal with, man. They're very hard to deal with. And the juice is not worth the squeeze when it comes to black women versus white women. As far as like black men dating, it's really not worth the squeeze, man. Living in today's society, two incomes is better than one. And a lot of times you dating these females is just going to be your income taking care of both of y'all. And that's going to be hard. That's going to be a struggle, man. As a black man, if you go into a relationship with that mentality, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. And that's another point for this video, man, because on this channel I made plenty of videos about black men being with white women, and this is why, man. Like, if you want to be by yourself, man. If you don't want to date and put yourself out there as a black man, you want to just be single and you're fine, you can financially be fine by yourself, that's fine. But if you're going out here in the dating world, you want a family, you want a serious relationship, you want to be married, as a black man, you should not be looking towards the black woman. I'm just being real with you. You shouldn't do it unless she really, really is into you. She has to be into you to the fact where she does not have her hand out asking for money. She has to have good core values, faith in Jesus Christ. She can't be a worldly woman, a woman of the world, a woman of social media. She can't be posting her backside at all on social media. That's important. I'm going to say it again. If you want to date a black woman and take her serious, and this goes for white women too, for a white girl too, but mainly black women. If you want to date a black woman, you got to make sure that she's not stingy with her money and she is not posting her backside on social media, not a woman of the world. And make sure she has patience. But that's how hard is that to find nowadays? A woman who is feminine, soft spoken, has patience, fit, is careful of what she puts into her mouth, into her body, and eats, and what comes out of it. This is stuff that we don't ask for much. We don't ask for much as men. We really don't. But the not much that we ask for, we can't get it from black women nowadays. It's very hard. It's very hard to get a woman that watches what she puts in her mouth and watch what comes out of it, respects you, is fit, is a follower of Jesus Christ, believes in Christ, has all those morals, and is not a woman of the world. That's very hard to find nowadays, man. Very hard to find. I found it 3 times, and the third one is the one I'm with now. The first two, I was there first. They were pure when I met them. I took their virginity, but unfortunately, the first one became a woman of the world. The second one, just that was me. Just I didn't grow up. I wasn't ready for her yet. I couldn't handle everything. She was a blessing from God. I'm not gonna lie, but I was just too immature to handle what God provided for me. And I asked God to forgive me for messing up that blessing. I passed it on to somebody else. But the one I'm with now is another blessing from God. Because a lot of dudes like to say, "Oh, virgin, she has to be a virgin." Man, I don't see. When you've been with so many different females and you've taken multiple women's virginity, you like me, you don't care about that. Whether a woman is a virgin, you just want to make sure she hasn't had trains ran on her and her background isn't crazy. Like she hasn't had too many bodies, obviously. You don't want her to have, at her certain age, you don't want her to be with half of the men of her age. So if she's 20 and she's been with 10 men, that's too many. You know, if she's 25 and she's been with 15 men, that's too many. If y'all want some age numbers, y'all comment down below if y'all curious about age and how many bodies a woman should have. I'll tell you. Those are a few examples. Like if a woman is 30, 34, 35, she should have no more than 15, 10, 10 to 10, 10, 10 to 10 to between 10 and 15 bodies. No more. I'll say no more than that, in my opinion. But yeah, guys, overall, man, the white woman is much more patient and will give the black man grace. That's my whole point of this video, man. Much more easier to deal with. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace and love.